Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are all doing very well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Liz, and if you're a return subscriber, welcome back guys. It feels so weird to do this because it's been so long. To cut a long story short, life was lifing. So if I was to make content during that period, I feel like it'll be so obvious. I just needed that break. Fortunately, the way social media is, you need to be a consistent player in the game. Kind of crucified if you take a break, and I understand that. So if you're still actually watching this video, honestly I appreciate you. I don't want to ramble too much. This video is going to be a get ready with me. I've not done one of these in ages. I'm going to try and talk to you guys as I'm using the products. I feel like my technique or how I do makeup has changed a lot. Yeah, as usual, all the products that I show or list will be in the description bar below. So we're going to start off with primer. If you're new, I have a very oily skin. This is my favorite duo that I like to use. One by H&M. I mean, it's called their mattifying primer. However, I run out of this one, as you can see. So I'm going to use this other one by Fenty Beauty, the soft matte, which isn't as mattifying. With the H&M one, I like to use that on the areas of my skin that get really oily, and for me that's my T-zone. You only need a pea-sized amount because this thing is so drying. Up here, then around my eyebrows. So I'll typically go in with this second primer and I simply just massage that into my face. I know some people don't like to use primers. I feel like it just serves as a nice canvas to apply your foundation on. For eyebrows, these are the two products which I'm using. Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade 420 and House of Laboratories eyebrow pencil. Oh my goodness, when it comes to House of Laboratories, I feel like they're so underrated. At the beginning of this year, I was considering getting my eyebrows microbladed, but the way people are describing the pain, I've definitely been put off. By the way, my robe is from Chanel Ambrose's collection, black owned baby. So whilst I've been away off socials, one thing that I've been trying to improve on is my time management skills. I'm someone that likes to put so much on my plate and then I end up beating myself up about it if I don't fulfill all those tasks that I've set out to do. See, it's like I had so many tabs opened up in my brain of things I needed to do, but then I wouldn't fulfill everything because I'm trying to do every single thing at once. Yeah, one thing I have learned to do is manage my time better. I'm finished, do my brows, and then I'll come back. How are my brows looking? Like sisters or twins? So for foundation, I just found myself reaching out for it a lot. It's Fenty Beauty's Hydrating Long Wear Foundation. I'm just applying that on, taking a foundation brush, simply blend the product in. I like to, blend my foundation in a downward motion. But yes, what foundation is on your checklist? Currently, I want to try the one by Charlotte Tilbury. I'm looking forward to trying that out. With foundation, I like to bring that into my hairline a bit. Pat on the excess into my hairline. Next, I like to highlight. Our current favourite concealer to use to highlight is the one by Estee Lauder. This is a Double Wear Radiant Concealer, which looks like this. I use the shade Deep Neutral. So I apply that in areas that I want to highlight. So that will be under my eyes like so. Like this, and then the side and the other side. Put this also all over my lid. Sometimes I like to add a bit on my chin. Let's add a little bit today. Now that I feel like it's set a little bit, I then take a damp sponge and then I blend this out. I feel like I blend better with a sponge when it comes to my under eye concealer. This concealer, so nice and creamy, lovely. For contour, I'm going to use this concealer by Iconic London. I'm going to use the shade Mahogany. So apply that colour here, then down here. 1, 2, 3. Then taking my brush, I then blend this area out like this, as you can see, which helps make it a bit snatched. Just make sure you don't have any hair on your face, otherwise you'll have streak lines. Using that concealer that I used to clean my brows by Fenty Beauty, use that to kind of sharpen it a bit more. I then add that here on this side, and then I'll blend that out. Kind of bring it together like this. I then take the end of the beauty blender and then I just blend on top like so. So there's no like harsh lines. So next thing I do is I set these highlighted areas set with a powder. The powder that I like to use is one by Zoeva and it's in the shade Excellent. This is what it looks like. This one is quite, dark, so it doesn't give that very bright under eye look. However, you can go a shade lighter if you want that desired look. So I like to use this sponge. It just gets into the corners that I want. So I don't necessarily bake, but I try and use as much powder as needed. This powder is just so smooth. I love it. Everywhere I've highlighted gets a touch of powder because we're setting these areas. So next thing that I like to do is bronze, and I feel like bronzing also helps to set these contoured areas. Bronzer that I'm using is by Fenty Beauty in the shade Cocoa Naughty. So this isn't as dark, but I feel like it's a nice colour where I'm still getting that bronze look. I then apply that on my forehead like so, and then this side of my face. So next I want to snatch my nose a little bit. I use that same powder and then I get a smaller like angled brush, and then I use that on my nose at the bottom part over here. I'll go down like here and also here, and then I do this, just blend it out. That same sponge that I used earlier, I just go over it so it helps those harsh lines not to stand out as much. You can see that's the trick that I do. Just remembered I've got to add my blush by Pixie. However, I like to do that before I've kind of set my face. I want to use an orange powdered blush instead. This is Tammy's Revolution palette. It's just got this gorgeous orange right here. Circular motion, just apply the blush. Same on this side. I like to bring my blush in an upward motion like this, so it kind of like snatches the face even more. And then the excess, dust it off like so. The last powder to set my face again is my finishing powder. This is by Too Faced, Born This Way multi-purpose complexion powder, and I use the shade Chai. So this is what the powder looks like. Swirl that in and then apply. If you feel like your blush is a bit too much, you can always, you know, go over it and it will definitely tone it down a bit. So depending on how I feel, at times I'll add a setting spray and there's other times I won't. Today's one of those days where I don't feel like I'm going to use a setting spray. This is like my new favourite thing that I like to use. Unfortunately, I broke it. The Pixie Endless Shade Stick, which looks like this. And I like to use this to basically highlight my nose and my tear duct. That's my signature look, you know, putting gold in my tear duct areas. I added that on the tip of my nose and then down the bridge. And then I like to add that in my tear duct. If you like to highlight the top of your lip, then obviously you can add this colour there as well. But this right here, beautiful. Can you see? If you can. And then for the eyes, a very subtle highlight colour, but it works, you know. I then like to reach out for the bronzer that I used earlier. Then I reach out for a blending brush like this, and then I apply that to my crease. And I don't even add any base because I'm just going for that light look where it doesn't look like I've done too much. And then this side, I feel like this colour just adds a bit of depth. So light that it barely even looks like there's any colour that's been added. And then I like to add a bit of that bottom lash line like so. I reach out for my finishing powder and then apply that on the lids just to set the lids as well. So the next step that I like to do is add a little bit of highlights to my cheekbone area. The highlight that I like to use is by Charlotte Tilbury. So I'm basically going to use this colour in this palette to highlight. A little bit goes a long way. Gorgeous colour. Then I like to add that same colour on my brow bone area like so. Can you see that glow? I need to apply my Beauty Mark hidden by my foundation. For eyeliner, using House of Laboratories products for lash line and for my wing liner. I'm probably still like one of the only people that use a black eyeliner. People have transitioned using a brown, a bit more subtle, but I still like that intense look. Current favourite mascara is one by Too Faced, which is the Better Than. So I'm just going to apply that. Not so much on the top lash line, but just enough it to not stand out when you apply your lashes, because sometimes if you don't, you can see them poking through. For lashes, this is what I'm going to use today. My friend gave me these lashes. I want to apply this off camera. So this is me with the lashes on. So pretty, and they're not too heavy on my eyes, and they're quite dramatic. So yeah, very, very nice. If you're new, I'm someone that always likes to line my lips with a brown lip liner. No matter the colour, I just prefer a brown lip liner. Gives it this kind of like transition. I've run out of my lip liner, so when I do, I like to use either a dark concealer or a liquid lipstick. So liquid lipstick, which I'm using today, is by Kylie Cosmetics, and this is in the shade True Brown K. This is so old. I don't think they do this colour anymore. Why? I don't know, because this was so good, or is so good. Then I'll just leave this to dry. So lipstick which I'm going to use today is by Bare Minerals, and this is what it looks like. This is in the shade Grace, and it's like a, I guess, nudie pink. I feel like lipstick always gives it a nice base before I apply like any gloss The two glosses which I'm going to use are by Fenty Beauty, which are the Gloss Bombs. The brown one is the shade Hot Chocolate, and then the pink one is in the shade Fussy. I'm going to apply Fussy now. And then I'm going to apply Hot Chocolate on the areas where I've applied the lip liner. And it just gives it a nice glossy look, or nice glossy finish. So, and then to avoid the lip colour getting on your lips, I always like to suck onto my finger like so. And then it takes off the excess product. So that's a gorgeous lip combo, very easy to achieve as you guys saw. But yeah, this is the finished makeup look. Hopefully you guys found this tutorial very simple and easy to follow. I'm definitely gonna have weekly content coming out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall speak to you guys in the next video.